Lukaku or whatever. Okay, I don't know why it's struggle with his name.
Just say Romelu.
Romelu. The biggest problem now is Romelu. Yeah, I'm gonna go to you first, Lance. Yeah, right. The biggest game of the season so far for your club. Yeah. Your big striker chat some foolishness, yeah, on a foreign platform anyway. Still, yeah, which is do you bench him? Or do you go with, we've got to win the game, slap him in the face and say, get on the pitch and show us what you got to do?
Okay, so what happened with Lukaku reminds me of what happened with Yapstam at Man United.
It went in there,
That book out. Fergie got wind of what was written in the book and he was gone in 60 seconds. He was finished. And what Romelu Lukaku did was, it's almost like he's broken a code of conduct.
Okay.
You get me? So for instance, if you work in an office situation, and you've got your code of conduct for emails and for text messages and stuff, and then you send around an email about your boss and about the setup at work and you're not happy and so on and so forth, when the boss gets wind of that, do you think your boss is going to say, come on, I want a cracking day's work from you today. I don't want to hear nothing else about what you wrote in the email. Absolutely no chance. So I really cannot for the life of me understand why Lukaku, who's just landed on the tarmac for £97 million, would do an interview like that and upset upset the team, upset the manager. So the manager now has a choice. The manager has to send out a message, which is, you cannot mess with me. You can't. You're not bigger than the team. It doesn't matter if you're the most expensive player we've ever bought. You're not bigger than the team, and for that reason, you're going to get disciplined. So
yeah.
I think the manager's done the right thing. I really do, because if he gets away with that, who's going to start getting away with stuff after that throughout the entire team? And they're going to start saying, well, it was one rule for him and it was one rule for us, kind of stuff. So I think benching him, in fact, it wasn't even benched. It wasn't even picked on the team. I think that was the right decision from a management point of view. 100%.
Okay.
Can I ask you this though, Lance? I hear where you're coming from, and I kind of agree with what you're saying. But you see, when Liverpool were 2-0 up, did you have that same opinion?
You know what? Because Lukaku hasn't been playing consistently, because he had that injury for a while.
Yeah.
And he's coming back. And I'm sure we've all played football. If you've had an injury and you come back at any level of football, it takes you about 4, 5, 6 games to get that rhythm back and to get that fitness in your chest back.
Okay,
like the running up and down fitness where you don't your chest don't burn. And it's even the touch, the first touch. It takes a while to get that first touch nice and crisp again, and the passing accuracy and the feel of the game. So, in all fairness, Lukaku, I don't think he's played more than 2 full matches in their last 8 games, something like that. But what was going on inside of his head is what I'd like to know. I don't understand why you would bring out an interview like that, knowing you're not going to get away with it. I don't get it.
He wants to go Real Madrid, bro. He wants to go Barcelona. He's putting it out there.
I think what's gone on here, I think a player just getting a bit too big for his boots, you know what I mean? Because Chelsea went out the way, spent the money. Remember, he's got a good relationship with Abramovich. He's got a very good relationship with Abramovich. So he probably thinks, well, you're just the manager. My man's the bigger done, so I can say what I want to say. In that kind of sense, obviously he's going to be disciplined. Now, I hear what you're saying, and you have to send out messages. And in big games, it's a big call, isn't it? And that's why you pay them big dough. That's why you pay. That's why managers are paid those big salaries to make those big decisions. Understand? All right then. For all intents and purposes, if that was like a Ronaldo busting that before the Manchester derby, would would Ali have dropped him?
No.
There you go.
Because it's Ronaldo, you see.
No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Lance is saying it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Messi, it doesn't matter.
But I'm just keeping it real. Ronaldo will get away with it.
Yeah, because of. Is that because if it's Ronaldo, or is it because Solskjaer is soft? Do you think
Is that
Ferguson?
If that's a Conte at Man United, do you think he's dropping him?
But Ferguson done over Rooney as well. Remember when Rooney said, "Oh, I'm going Chelsea," literally.
When he was going Man City.
No, was he Man City or Chelsea?
Well, there's two. He was going Man City. No, I think it was Chelsea. It's the fans who threatened him with Man City.
Yeah. So I remember when Ferguson's like, and he kind of announced it, and Ferguson absolutely battered him on like, after the game. But that's but the thing is, Ferguson's like old school. He just don't ramp that guy. Like you said, he dealt with Stam, and he did say one of his biggest mistakes was setting the same Stam.
See,
you know what I'm saying? So in one sense, I hear what you're saying. That's what Ferguson did.
See what Ferguson's saying is he just sort of got in his feelings and made the decision.
Yeah.
He didn't stop, go on, calm down, think about it in a logical sense. Yeah. What am I doing here?
Get rid of your
if
best
I get rid of
defender,
Stam, what's the what who's there at that time to replace Jap Stam? There was nobody really available. Even if you got a Nesta, you couldn't do Jap Stam. Jap Stam was a giant.
Well, he's a beast.
I remember when Man United bought him, affection on everybody. These players up for grabs, and I thought, yeah. And you just thought, oh, here we go. Wenger sniffing, and then you see, Man United, and all you hear is, I want to go Man United. He's thinking, the air just goes out. Yeah, he just goes. And when you see the size of it, and the biggest one for me, memory for me for Jap Stam. It was a game against Arsenal at Highbury. Man United wore the blue kit.
Yeah.
We won 2-1. Arsenal took the lead, and Roy Keane scored twice.
Yeah.
And there was a flare up in the midfield with Stam and Vieira. And he grabbed up Vieira by his neck. And I just seen Vieira stand there like that. And I just thought, wow. You understand? If that was Roy Keane, he's grabbing his neck back.
Yeah.
Because you've seen him with him and Keane.
Yeah.
But Jap Stam, he just thought loud at. I'm not even going there. I'm not even going there. He just knew, bro. So that was a mad thing. But for me, Chelsea, it was a good thing. But what would the Chelsea at 2-0 down? If Chelsea had gone in half time 2-0 down, what's that noise?
That's some fireworks, bro. What's a good job?
If Chelsea went in 2-0 down, what would the Chelsea fans have been saying? That would have been a big question. So they was lucky. Because I was sitting at home thinking, 2-0 to Chelsea, 2-0 to Liverpool. Tuchel must be regretting. He must be regretting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Chelsea showed that, like just backing up what Lance said, he hasn't been playing for how long? We ain't been relying on him. So we have to show our resilience. And they did that.
Yeah.
They did that. You know what I mean? They did that. So it's one of them ones, you know what I mean?
But, it is what it is, man. You have to make your decisions. But I